The Coding for Veterans National Career Caravan Tour rolled into Hamilton last month to recruit veterans for jobs in the software development and cybersecurity fields, and made a pit stop at the Royal Canadian Legion on Lime Ridge Road East on October 28th and continues to visit some other cities across this great country. The Executive Director of Coding for Veterans is Jeff Musson, and he joins us now on Good Morning Hamilton. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, Rick.
What is Coding for Veterans all about? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so Coding for Veterans helps Canada's military veterans retrain for jobs in Canada's tech sector. And there's two aspects to the program. You have software development and cybersecurity. And the program's delivered 100% online through the University of Ottawa. And what's interesting is in Canada, we have a projected shortfall of about 147,000 IT jobs that are going to go unfilled in the next 12 to 18 months. And the demand are there for jobs for our graduates coming through this program.
So why coding? Are veterans well suited to learn it quickly?
Yeah, so what's interesting is if you actually look at the soft skills that men and women of our military have, things like leadership, attention to detail, teamwork, can-do attitude, those soft skills are the best, skills that the top coders and those in the IT industry possess. But with the added value, especially in the area of cybersecurity, individuals who come into our cyber program, we always like to say they go from serving on the battlefield to now serving in cyberspace and protecting our country that way. And what's great is these men and women, that leave our service, they also have security clearances. So once they're done our program, they can hit the ground running and get employed almost immediately.
That's a good point, too. Jeff Musson is our guest. He's the Executive Director of Coding for Veterans. How does the C4V program work? Does it teach veterans the basics all the way up into advanced skills, and how long does that take?
Yeah, so the program is flexible, and so we have individuals that come into the program with absolutely no IT background, as well as individuals that have left the military with significant background. And so the program on the software side, it's pretty intensive. It's 650 hours, so you're not going to learn it over a weekend, but it'll take someone about 6 to 8 months doing it full-time. There also is a part-time option. And on the cybersecurity side, it's 980 hours, and it takes them about 8 to 10 months full-time, and obviously there's some part-time options as well.
I understand the program is also open to Afghan interpreters who can safely immigrate to Canada. Is that true?
Yeah, so what's interesting is military veterans in our program, their tuition is covered 100% by Veterans Affairs Canada if they've released after 2006 and have put in a minimum of 6 years. What's interesting is we've actually had a number of Afghan veterans in our program, and I'm sure your listeners are aware of the situation that unfolded this past summer over in Afghanistan. And so as a collective group, we actually went back to our corporate partners and we raised scholarship money because we weren't able to obviously help the Afghan interpreters immigrate to Canada, but they were really essential to Canada's mission over there. But we really could help them establish careers to provide for not only for themselves, but for their families when they got here. So we've extended our program to now allow Afghan interpreters to enroll. And we're happy to say we've got 4 of them that are prospective students just going through the application process right now.
Jeff Musson is our guest. He's the Executive Director for Coding for Veterans. You're listening to Good Morning Hamilton on 900 CHML. How long has the program been around, and what has it done during the pandemic? Have you seen more vets enroll?
Yeah, so what's interesting is the program is relatively new. The first cohort was back in September of 2019, and it actually only had 5 people in it. And today, we have just under 200 people. And so what was interesting was the program initially from the beginning was established to be delivered 100% online because we set up focus groups with veterans, and they told us, we're done uprooting our families, so whatever training happens has to come to us. And lo and behold, the pandemic hit, and everyone scrambled to put programming online. Well, we were already there, and we've seen our numbers increase. And what has been interesting, and the reason for our Coding for Veterans Career Caravan across Canada was we would typically do recruitment at job fairs, and those closed down. And so what we've done is we've gone coast to coast. We kicked it off in Ottawa on September 10th, and we'll be finishing it back in Toronto. And so what we've wanted to be able to do is get word out to our program, and we partnered in with Legions and others in a socially distant manner and set up information booths and kiosks outdoors. And it's been tremendous, and we've seen a tenfold increase in the number of people applying to the program.
It's really a great idea, and it's really doing a lot of good, no doubt about that. Jeff, really appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us today.
Appreciate it, Rick.
That again is Jeff Musson. He is the Executive Director, Coding for Veterans. Google it. It's a pretty cool initiative where veterans can not only hone their skills, but launch a new and exciting career.